What is up everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be reviewing the Varla Eagle 1 scooter, which is an absolute monster of an electric scooter. This scooter has a top speed of 40 miles an hour, a range of up to 40 miles, and a hill climb rating of up to 30 degrees. The Eagle 1 currently sells for $1,600, meaning that you're getting a lot for your money when you're buying this electric scooter. So now we're going to get into the actual review. Alright, so getting straight into the specs of the scooter, the first thing that I want to go over are the physical dimensions of the scooter, as its sheer size is going to be a limiting factor for a lot of people. The overall length of the scooter is 50.4 inches and the wheelbase is 39.7 inches, which is quite long. The height of the scooter is 51.2 inches, that's from the wheel to the top of the handlebars, and the handlebars are 25.5 inches wide. The deck width is also 9.1 inches, which gives you plenty of room to stand. This is a very large scooter. It's very tall, very long, very heavy. It's a little more portable in the fact that you can fold down the stem using that locking mechanism, but it still does weigh in at 77 pounds, which is pretty heavy to carry. The scooter is powered by two massive 1000 watt hub motors, which are installed in 10 by 3 inch pneumatic tires. This is going to make the Varla Eagle 1 super powerful because of the power of the motors, and also very smooth due to the sheer size of the wheels. The Varla Eagle 1 comes with a massive 52 volt, 18.2 amp hour, 946 watt hour battery, which is going to give this scooter a ton of range. The battery is enclosed in a very sleek enclosure that is IP54 waterproof grade rating. There are two charge ports on the side which both have caps on them. You can choose to buy a second charger so that you can charge the scooter twice as fast, because the standard charger that comes with it charges quite slowly. The Eagle 1 also has integrated headlights and taillights, which I thought was super neat. I really love this feature about the scooter. There are some white headlights and some red taillights, and they can be powered on using the menu that's already on the handlebars of your scooter. They aren't super bright, but they do a decent job of showing you the way at night, and the brake lights are also responsive to when you actually brake, so that if you tap the brakes, they'll start blinking red in the back, which is super great to alert those around you that you are stopping. The Varla Eagle 1 also comes with some incredible brakes. They have dual hydraulic brakes, which are very nice. They have an ABS system, meaning that your wheels won't lock up and you'll maintain continuous grip on the road. They're also made from a very strong metal, which is going to have great heat dissipation when you're creating that friction from braking. Perhaps the best feature of the Varla Eagle 1 is one of the most prominent features, and those are the shocks. The Varla Eagle 1 comes with a dual shock absorption system, which is going to make your ride super smooth. The shocks are also independent from one another. It's an independent suspension scooter, which means that each wheel is going to move on its own and take obstacles for itself, which makes the ride overall much more smooth. Aside from the smoothness, the shocks also give the deck a springy feel, which is super fun to play with when riding. On the rear side of the scooter, there's also a kickstand which can be used to hold up the scooter, and we haven't had any problems with it so far, even though it keeps a low profile, which I think is nice. There's also a rear and front fender to prevent any dirt or mud from flicking up onto you, especially since it's an off-road scooter. The cable management is also sublime. It looks super neat on the front, despite the sheer amount of cables that are up there. Everything looks tidy and doesn't get tangled. I'm personally not very keen of the stock grip tape on the Varla Eagle 1, however they do provide several other options so that you can customize the look of the deck to exactly what you like, and if none of those suit you, you can also make your own simply enough, just using some standard stock grip tape. To move more into the details, we're first going to talk about the interface, which the first thing to do is to turn on the key. There are two keys included. You put them into the ignition, twist that, you hold the power button on the menu, and the scooter turns on. There's a screen right here which will display all of your important information such as battery, speed, and your odometer, and the throttle is just to the right of that screen. You'll need to use your same right hand to both pull on the throttle and reach the brake, which is a little bit uncomfortable in my opinion. On the left side of the handlebars, there are also a couple of things. There's a bell to notify riders when you're around them, there's a brake, and then there's a yellow button to put you into eco or turbo mode, and a red button to put you into single or dual motor mode. This is how you switch the modes. However, there's also another way to switch modes within that mode through that LED screen and the buttons on those. To sum up this portion of the video, I really love the overall aesthetic of the Varla Eagle 1 scooter. My first impression when I got the scooter was the sheer size of it. I wasn't expecting it to be so big just looking at the pictures, however this scooter is absolutely massive. Like I said, it's heavy, it's big, and that's just because it's an off-road scooter and it's not intended to be as portable. It's more for that thrill-seeking adventure riding vibe. I love how professional everything looks. The cable management is excellent. The shocks look amazing on this thing. The color scheme is also super cool. The headlights and taillights are very well integrated, and it feels like a well-developed and complete product. Alright, now that we've covered some of the more technical aspects of this scooter, I want to go more into a review of how this scooter actually feels and how it performs through our actual tests of riding the scooter off-road. To do this, I will be dividing the video into categories such as the actual specs, what are the top speed, the range, the hill climbing, and other specs that you need to know about the scooter. What is the ride feeling of the scooter, how does it perform off-road, how does it feel on the streets, any miscellaneous things that I thought about the scooter, and then finally a conclusion of whether or not this is going to be the right scooter for you, and comparing it to some of the other models that are out there that look very similar to it. Alright, so moving into category number 1, the actual specs of the scooter compared to the advertised specs of the scooter, starting with the top speed because that's a big one for all of you guys out there. Now, Varla advertises a top speed of 40 miles an hour for this scooter, and I definitely think that that's accurate. I was able to hit 58 kilometers per hour or 36 miles per hour in one of my tests on the scooter, and I backed off the throttle because it was just too scary at that point. There was still a little bit of room left on that throttle, so I definitely believe that if a rider wanted to, they could get up to that 40 mile an hour top speed that they advertise. In either case, this scooter is wicked fast, it's so much fun and leaves a ton of room for growth. If you're a beginner on the scooter, you'll be able to work through the speed modes and get up to that high top speed and have a ton of fun with it. The range, however, is not exactly what they advertise, and that's largely due to the conditions that they use when making these range tests. Usually they're using eco mode, single motor, and a very flat terrain. When you're riding an average ride, let's say a little bit of off-road, a little bit of road, using some dual motor, some single motor, some eco mode, some turbo mode, we were able to get right around 25 miles, which is by no means shabby at all. The hill climbing on the Eagle One is seriously impressive, and those dual 1000 watt hub motors are very powerful. It bombs up hills effortlessly and just makes them seem like they don't even exist. Whether you're on pavement or off-road, the Varla Eagle One does a tremendous job propelling you up the steepest hills. The biggest issue that we ran into was not the power of the motors, but rather the traction of the tires, as when going up some of these steeper hills, these slick tires were not as grippy to the surface as we would have liked. Varla, however, does sell an extra knobby tire if you're looking to do some more serious off-roading and steeper hills that would require this kind of tire. The torque on the scooter is also phenomenal. As you can see right here, it just takes off so quickly, accelerating to that top speed very fast. In the dual motor mode with turbo on, it's almost impossible to stay on the scooter as it just accelerates so quickly. I was overall very impressed by the specs, especially at the price point of $1,600. You're getting some very high-end specs on a scooter like this. To move into the next category, we're now going to be talking about the ride feeling of the scooter, and I feel like the context of this is the most important, as the Eagle One is really an off-road scooter, and we've been testing it a lot on the roads in terms of the specs that we just went over. But the off-road ability of the scooter is what really matters, because it's an off-road electric scooter. It's intended for going on those paths, so that's what we're going to be talking about right now. This scooter is extremely comfortable, and I think that has a lot to do with the independent dual suspension on each of those massive 10x3 inch pneumatic tires. In conjunction with one another, they just absorb every single vibration, and whether you're in a crevice or just on some rocky terrain, it's going to ensure that your feet aren't absolutely numb by the end of the ride, and it's also going to keep you safe because the scooter will adapt to those obstacles and be able to continue traversing over them even in the roughest of conditions. Combined with the very high power and speed that the scooter offers, it also keeps you very stable and feeling in control of the scooter. The ride feeling of the Eagle One was one of the most impressive things, and I've had so much fun taking the scooter off-road. It's so much fun to just take it out to a local park and just go around the trails, cruising around and exploring parts that I'd never known about. Thanks to the Eagle One, I can also access some places that my e-skate can't go, just due to the nature of a scooter versus an electric skateboard. I imagine with that knobby tire that I mentioned earlier, the off-roading experience would be even better. So far, I've mostly used it on more compacted trails, such as gravel like the one you see here, on some light grass or more light off-roading. I haven't done anything too crazy yet, but I'll make some videos this summer showcasing the Eagle One on some more insane paths. If you're looking for an off-road scooter, I think that this is definitely a fantastic option, as most of them don't really fall in this price point with the specs that the Eagle One has and also the off-road capabilities. One of the best things about having a scooter is also the fact that it's a lot easier to ride than some of the other electric vehicles out there. For example, my parents, who are a little bit older, really can't ride a lot of the e-skates we have, as learning how to ride at an older age is a little more difficult, especially when there's a little bit more of a concern of falling on an electric skateboard. However, they were instantly able to pick up the Varla Eagle 1, get a good sense of their balance, and ride it on these trails, even though they're a little bit more technical. My point here is that the Varla Eagle 1 is not very difficult to ride. Almost anyone can hop on this thing and get a good sense of their balance and ride it, as there are so many different speed modes. Even riding off-road, a beginner can get used to riding it in less than an hour and go on some pretty cool paths. The comfort and rideability of the scooter really put it at the top of my list as one of the best electric vehicles out there. Now, moving back from the off-road to the street, the Varla Eagle 1 is also super fun to ride in city settings and suburban settings just on the regular streets. It's really fun to just carve on this scooter. The shocks make it so that you can kind of bounce in and out of those turns and carve just as you would on a longboard. Now, if we thought that riding off-road on the scooter was comfortable, riding on streets is even crazier. The scooter just gobbles up all of those road vibrations and any debris in the way and ensure a very smooth ride. Even when we're not taking this thing out on trails, it's still super fun to ride it on street applications. At this point, we've talked both about the specs of the scooter and the ride feeling of the scooter, both of which have been very positive. However, I want to shift to a couple of the things that we don't appreciate that much about this scooter. The first is the fact that it needs keys to function. I really wish that they had had a power switch instead of keys, as I always feel like I'm going to lose the keys. The second is the throttle mechanism, which I personally find to be a little bit uncomfortable. You have to use your index finger to control the throttle, and then you have to use your other 3 fingers to control the brake on the same hand, which can get pretty tiring on long rides. The other thing that I don't really like is the weight of the scooter, which makes it very hard to carry. Moving into the final tier of this video, I want to talk about what kind of person would be interested in this scooter and what application the scooter is best for. First and foremost, I think the most important thing to take away about this scooter is that it's a very high quality and premium electric vehicle. As I've mentioned throughout this video, the specs on the scooter are very good. 40 miles an hour, 25 to 40 mile range, and 30-degree hills are absolutely insane. Next, I would say, is rideability and comfort. It's a very comfortable scooter and it's easy to ride. If you're looking for an electric vehicle that's easier than, say, an e-skate or a one-wheel, this might be the one for you. If you're looking for a portable electric vehicle, this also isn't going to be a great option, so if you're looking for a commuter vehicle that you're going to have to walk upstairs, at 77 pounds, this is not going to be it for you. It's not really meant for that purpose. It's meant for off-roading and more joyriding rather than commuting, so that's very important to consider when purchasing the Eagle 1. Now, one of the biggest questions that I'm sure I'm going to get in the comment section below is what is the difference between the Eagle 1 and the 010X, and to be quite honest with you guys, they are pretty much carbon copies of one another from the outside. However, there are a couple key differences that are very small, which I'll go over right now. The price point between the two is perhaps the biggest selling factor of the Varla Eagle 1 over the 010X. It's $1,600 compared to the $1,700 of the 010X. They both have the same size battery, so I can't really see a big difference there. Another subtle difference is that the Eagle 1 has a dual hydraulic disc brake as opposed to the regular disc brake on the 010X. Again, I'm not sure how much of a difference that'll make. There's also a 2-year warranty on the Eagle 1 compared to a 1-year warranty on the 10X. Other than that, from what I've seen and heard, these two scooters are very similar. However, the Eagle 1 seems to have a slight leg up on the 010X just based on the things I just mentioned. To conclude this video, here are my biggest takeaways after spending the last 4 months riding the Varla Eagle 1 around. It's an incredible scooter, it's an absolute machine, and at the price point I don't think there are many scooters that are going to be able to keep up with it. The specs are amazing, the ride feeling is amazing, it's incredibly comfortable due to that dual independent suspension. Having a scooter is also a lot easier to ride than something like an electric skateboard, which means that riders of all skill levels can hop on the scooter and get to riding immediately, especially given the various speed modes that are included on the scooter. This scooter is not going to be great if you're looking for a lighter scooter or a lighter portable electric vehicle. The sheer size and the 77-pound weight on this thing make it very difficult to carry around, and honestly it can be kind of a pain if the battery dies. However, if you're in search for an off-road electric vehicle or an off-road electric scooter, I think the Varla Eagle 1 is a fantastic option. Not only does it fit in a lower price point compared to a lot of its competitors, but it also has a ton of really awesome specs. We'll leave a link down in the description to the Varla Eagle 1. Please let us know what you guys think of the Varla Eagle 1 in the comments section below, and if you guys have any more questions about this scooter. we're going to be making a couple more videos featuring this scooter, so please let us know if you have any ideas of what we should do with this. We'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot to us, and if you've made it to the end of this video, please consider subscribing, as it will help us grow this channel and create more content like this. Finally, I'd just love to get a shout out to our first patrons. We've recently opened up a Patreon account in order to help fund some of these videos and support the growth of this channel. If you're interested in becoming a patron, we'll have a link to our Patreon down in the description below, where you can help fund more videos like this and other Eastgate videos and projects. So thank you to all of our patrons. All of you guys will be featured at the end of all of our videos with your name on a title slide. And that concludes our video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.